Hello, everyone. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast as well as my YouTube channel, Magic Mind Medium. So, I am going to go into the reading for today, the daily reading. I'd like to start off by saying that this YouTube and podcast is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. It just depends on what podcast. I have two. This one being Magic Mind Medium. The other podcast I have is Holistic Health and Wellness Podcast, which is on YouTube. Um, so you can do a podcast on YouTube where you can take and move some of your videos that you may record on your YouTube to a YouTube podcast, visual recorded podcast. All right. So again, it's for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. It just depends on which podcast, what episode you may listen to. All right, so what I'm about to do now is I'm gonna turn on some psychic tarot um, music. That's what I'm going to do. Tarot card music. All right, so I consider myself to be a what? Gypsy, nomad, psychic light, intuitive, spiritualist, magic mind medium. Alrighty. Let me proceed with my prayer. Father, supreme being of all being, thank you for waking me up this morning to see another day. Continue to bless us, shield us from any injury, harm, or danger. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. As it is said, it is so. I declare and I decree. Um, so that being said, um, I want it to be known that give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. Gosh, I lost my train of thought. I do apologize. Um, so what I'm going to start doing now is when I do my readings, it's going to be focused. Because typically it's a general reading. And or oftentimes it may be something that during the devil's hour or witching hour or whatever, however you refer to it as, I get these inclinations. Well, upon awakening, and the phone alarm goes off, and then you have all these notifications on your phone. So I saw on there where, and I hate to talk politics, but I think it's important, um, particularly at this time with them saying that new elected President Trump will be the last president of the democracy. We have this project 2025, which I seen they said this been something um, that's been going on for quite some time in terms of policies and things that are going to be done. Um, so, what exactly is this Project 2025? Let me just click on here. Um, so I do think some things are in place right now. I'm not going to read a lot of this verbatim. I just touch around it. Well, I'll read this here. It says, what is Project 2025? Project 2025 is a federal policy agenda and blueprint for a radical restructuring of the executive branch, authored and published by former Trump administration officials in partnership with the Heritage Foundation, a long-standing conservative think tank that opposes abortion and reproductive rights, LGBTQ rights, immigrant rights, and racial equity. Project 2025 largest publication mandate for leadership in a 900-page manual for reorganizing the entire federal government agency by agency to serve a conservative agenda. So it goes on to mention that Project 2025 includes a long list of extreme policy recommendations touching on nearly every aspect of American life, from immigration and abortion rights to free speech and racial justice. A number of its recommendations rely on support from executive branch and from Congress. Many other initiatives are outright unconstitutional, is what it has mentions here. So, what are some of the plans and proposals included in this Project 24? Okay, abortion access is what it has mentioned here. Mass deportations, abuse of warrantless surveillance. So it says exploiting the executive branch's vast and unprecedented powers to spy on Americans' lives with warrantless surveillance of our data. That's what it has mentioned here. I think some of this stuff is already in place. Yeah, could this very well be he's putting it on paper as to what is being done, unleashing undue force on protesters, uh, severely limiting voting access, censoring critical discussions in classroom regarding race, gender, systemic oppression, and violation of First Amendment, um, rolling back trans rights. So this project 2025, I feel, are some of the things that you may see that has happened, and some people may choose to ignore it or may not be aware that it's actually going on, and they're just putting it on paper. If that makes sense to anybody. Now, that's just my thesis or synopsis, all right, or analysis. So I saw where it said that he was going to get those who, meaning the new elected president, those who came against his campaign for presidency or um, don't abide by what his agenda is. All right. So let's get some. Let's tackle some of these issues here. Are they currently spying on us right now? I think that's what I want to ask Source or God or whomever. Because as I said before, it's going to come to the realization that a lot of people are atheists. I think that's something that is going to come out. That many people are not who they profess to be, right? Some of these energies are in these spiritual duties or spiritual entities, and this is their true feelings, I feel, been put in print. I think some of these things have already occurred. Maybe not at the extreme as to what or how we see them or view them, but I think that's basically what that is. It's a tell on the hearts of certain energy, if that makes sense. Uh-oh. Just dropped a whole bunch of them on the floor. Let's see what else. Yeah, I honestly feel as though some things are not going to be favorable for some people. I'll just be honest about it. And I'm not saying this to um, make anybody afraid. What I am saying is um, if you've been living in a delusion, it's time to wake up. Because I think this whole politics things is such as that it's an illusion, and I think God is allowing or source is allowing some things to manifest so that will be apparent to you, just in case you know. it has not become apparent to certain people, right? So, what does the card say in regards to this project 2025? Well, I have the King of Cups here. King of Cups. All right, let's go ahead. Let's pull out this here. All right, so what is the King of Cups? The King of Cups is a supportive leader, tolerance, and empathy. So I think the King of Cups is a representation of the new elected president, is what I feel. The next card I get is Five of Cups. Five of Cups. So it says loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned and unloved. Yeah, I think a lot of things are going to come out in the word works, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like you're going to begin to see a shift in the paradigm globally, societal wise, even in yourself, even in those who you love, right? Is what I feel. The next card I get here is Star. The Star. What does it mention about the star? It says renewal, hope, inner clarity, miracles. Have faith, being in the spotlight. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to hit the forefront to where you're going to begin to test your own. Um, you're going to begin to even question your own sanity and your own know-how. Some things that you've been professing, some things you've been proclaiming. Now you're going to have to put proof behind those things, is what I feel. Because I honestly feel as though more people are atheists than they will let on to know. And I think that is what that is. People are going to turn away from things they once believed because they're going to have a sensibility that a lot of the information that was coming in was hacked, right? And that's how a lot of things are presented to a certain a region, a group of people because of disconnect, a lack of unity and communication, right? So if everybody is individualistic and they only concerned about self, well, who's to say if we're not convening with one another to know, okay, is this true? Have you heard this? Have these things occurred? Right. And they begin to send these spies out, and you will believe a delusion, right? The next card I get here is Nine of Coins. So the Nine of Coins says luxury, self sufficiency, financial gain, solo pleasures. I think a lot of that disconnect or what have you. Many people that may be in politics, not just in politics, because I think politicians. This is just my synopsis, are a representation of energies from other spaces, and I'll just leave it at that. Are able to presumptively set up shop in different areas of the country by way of surveillance. Like we are being surveillance, I feel. I do. More so than we would know. I think a lot of things that are occurring and reports that have been noted is coming in print to where now we can see it come to the forefront. So that's what I feel right now. So in essence, um, give me two more cards about this project 2025. And then I'm gonna proceed to my next cards. So will our personal freedoms be ignored will our personal freedoms be ignored? Well, let's see what the cards pull here and what the cards say. Let's just go off of the cards. Let's go off of the cards. I have Knight of Staffs here. Which notice it's a boat. Um, I think this right here is a representation of the outsiders that are monitoring, is what I feel, from other spaces. The Knight of Staff mentions, which essentially is the Knight of Wands, a lusty and free-spirited person, creativity. Right. I think this is a representation of energies that are surveillancing us from other land spaces in order to travel in. As you can see, a boat here, like someone is going to another land space. The next card I have here is Three of Coins. Three of Coins. Um, Teamwork, collaboration, skill, quality, and craftsmanship. I think with this card here, the sensibility that I got is to tell on certain energy spaces that come from a different space and how they feel about their own quote own people. I get a lot of sellout energy, if that makes sense to anybody. Like sellout, willing to sacrifice, willing to um, report, willing to do whatever it takes to come to these lands by any means necessary. I'm gonna pull my glasses up. The next card I have Ten of Cups here. So Ten of Cups mentions family, contentment, total love, and support. See, this is the thing. This is what the test is because, as I mentioned, the star is something being put up to be noted, take note of on a spotlight. And then I pull this card here, which it mentions, let's see, Ten of Cups, family, contentment, total love, and support. See, that's the thing. I don't feel that way. I'll be honest about it. That's the premise that they will let you feel, but something lets me know it's all about self. I get a lot of selfishness and self-fulfilling energy, like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like when you profess to be down for a cause or be down for, um, in other words, your loyalty or lack thereof is being tested coming 2025 is what I feel. And it's going to show about a certain energy space and how they was able to get to these lands. The next card I get here is Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords says nightmares, anxiety, grief, and depression. I think a lot of it is anxious and anxiety is what it lets me know. Do you make rash decisions when you are in fear, when you are anxious? No, typically we do not. Why would that energy be any different? Let's go ahead and pull out some more cards here. Give me some more cards. Give me some more cards about things that are to come in regards to our rights and freedoms. Give me some more cards because I think this King of Cups energy, which I said is the newly elected president, I think these are some things that was reported about what was going on with certain energy spaces, right? Those who profess to know or profess to be one way and you was being surveillance as to your comings and your going, what you were searching, who you were spending your time with, sexual escapades. desires, all of that was being taken to tally. You know, I had one of my spiritual, just put it this way, over the course of my life, I've had many epiphanies, but I had them very heavy in my 20s. One of those epiphanies was when I reached about 30, and in my epiphany, I would like to refer to them as, or spiritual awareness. It showed me like an archive building, and it mentions to me in my spirit. This is on the inside. Equate the book of life as they mention in the Bible to the archives. And what does that mean? Well, you know, we have heard in being a young person, you know, attending the church about this book of life, and your deeds will be put in a so-called book of life. And so the sensibility that I got regarding that was surveillance. Surveillance by way of cameras, surveillance by the, I mean, you have certain energies that have camera-like capabilities, right? Because it's to give you understanding about synchronicity, if that makes sense to anybody. Right. So so it mentions that according to what I seen, I don't like to report a lot of things because you know I personally didn't hear him say it out of his mouth myself, and I really haven't been listening to a lot of the speeches. I have seen some that there will be anybody that came against him that will be prosecuted, or he will come after them legally. So give me some insight about this. What is this all about? Let's see what the cards mentions. I want it to be known that it's a test on how you. Let me explain something to you. What revelation came to me? It's a test on your intellect and how what you truly know, right? And what does that mean? Like this country is a blanket country, and you know I can only talk in regards to this country. I haven't been anywhere else, so I really can't speak for other countries. But in this country, and they may all over the world, who knows? But we are on a blanket um, groups, and that is to, let me look this word up because I don't want to seem like I'm so politically correct because I'm not. I don't know a lot of these words. What is solidarity? You know, they used to say that a lot. A couple of solidarity. What is solidarity? Unity or agreement or feeling or action, especially among individuals with a common interest, mutual support within a group. Yeah, so there's a need for solidarity, but I want it to be known that just because someone shares the same complexion as you does not mean that they have the same like-mindedness as you, if that makes sense to anybody. And I think in this country, a lot of people have been misconstrued as to that. That's why I said do some family research in terms of your lineage, right? Okay, we have the Nine of Wands here. Nine of Wands. So, what is going on in terms of this backlash for those who come against him and his policies? where it says keeping and maintaining boundaries, persistence. I honestly feel as though those who've been riding the coattail is going to reveal itself. It's what it lets me know. Because a lot of times people, there's power in numbers. So when there's power in numbers, people want to bring in confusion to create an illusion, if that makes sense. It wants me to know by me pulling this card, you may have the same complexion, but we share no commonality, is what it lets me know based on these cards here. And that realization is going to come to a many individuals. The next card I get is Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups mentions too many choices, commitments, issues. Right, right. So because of um, having to serve everybody, we just try to come together to, in other words, ride a coattail because of a commonality of a complexion. Something lets me know that a lot of look, solo pleasures, every man gonna be for himself, is what that means. You may take on a certain characteristic, or you may classify yourself, is what I'm getting at, with a certain group, and it's going to be revealed. I don't know you. That's what it lets me know here. I have the King of Swords. I think this is right here, which has discernment here. So that right there is my confirmation to those who are out there. It's going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of individuals who are riding the coattails and taking the credit for some things that does not apply to them. It says King of Swords. I have an intentional leader, strategic thought. Right. The next card I have here is Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups mentions a new baby relationship proposal. I think new baby proposal. Proposal. This is what I feel. Uh-huh. I get the devil card here as well, which mentions obsession. Right. That energy that I mentioned about on yesterday, and I want to say even the day before yesterday, um, is to tell on a certain type of individuals, that charismatic soul tie to a particular political group, a particular leader, a particular type, is to tell on those type of energy spaces as well. What it lets me know. This is what this whole um, agenda is all about. I get the devil card. It says addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession, such sexual lust. Right. Why are you so fixated with this versus that? What makes you think because you are, or you think that you are, that that's what it is? Right. Yeah, it's telling on certain energy spaces as well. It lets me know. Let's go ahead. We're gonna pull out. I'm gonna actually pull out 6 of these cards. That's what I'm gonna do. Uh huh. The Nimrods. The Nimrod. All right. Let's see. Well, actually, I got 2 more here, so I'll go ahead and read those as well. All right. Which is the energy? If it doesn't resonate with you, and I'm not speaking to you, about you. Yeah, certain energy space. I have this card here. Greed, greed. Well, lets me know. Taking credit for something that you didn't work for or sacrifice for. Entanglement. It's going to reveal the snake. It's going to reveal the demon. Is what I feel. The adversary. Right. What is an adversary? Let's look this word up. Somebody that comes against. One's opponent in a contest, conflict, or dispute. Exactly. I mean, I literally said this before I pulled the card. I didn't even know that card was in there. To tell you the truth, right? Resolve. Some things are going to come out. Some skeletons are going to come out of the closet. Is what that is. Is I think certain people when they know that their days are numbered or revelation is coming for them or like this, it makes me think of Freddy Krueger 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Um, we want to sell out to a certain charismatic figure to be a voice of reason for protection. We have spring here. I think I think a lot of this exposure is going to begin to present itself in the months of the spring. Right. In the month of the spring. When is spring? Well, I know winter is December, January, February. So coming March, April, May, a lot of this energy is going to start to be exposed. I get the truth card here. So that right there in itself is letting me know, right. That's when the egg is going to begin to crack. Meditation. For those who want spiritual enlightenment, I think Source wants you to get in a meditative state because God is going to put precognition in you. Yes, that is so. Some things are going to manifest. I get the manifestation card, as I just mentioned. Some things are going to manifest. Um, yes, somebody's letting the cat out of the bag, the Pandora's box, even. Right. And yes, absolutely. All right, give me some cards. Give me some more cards. Let me do a quick scramble real quick. Give me some more cards in regards to this so-called Project 2025, the things that are already set in stone. I honestly feel as though whether it lets me know what, I kept thinking about as above, so below, but it lets me know the real meaning from within, from the outside, right? From within, from the outside. Can we be picking up on simulation from the outsiders? If that makes sense to anybody? And it's being put in print, print as to what the energy spaces are proposing. Taking away our everyday liberties and rights, and a lot of it, things that are a lot of things that are transpiring on homeland is coming from outsiders. But the biggest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing the world he and she did not exist, you're not able to foresee it because you have been encased in personal um, issues. I said before that um, angels, we all have guardian angels, and when you are doing some things that are unfavorable, they may allow some things to happen to you. Remember, I said that before, and right, some things may manifest. Give me one more card. All right, so this is 35 minutes, and I'll be bringing this to a close within the next 10 minutes or so. All righty. Okay, so I do have some more cards that I think I'm gonna wait till this weekend before I use these cards here. These right here is the Uncover Your Past Life Oracle card. You will oftentimes find that history repeats itself. These cards here are very complex. I'm gonna have to get the guide and study as to how to use these cards. They're the circular cards, which I want to get you some or what have you, because it's just a new type of card. But you spin the card around and then you read. They're very neat. I'm gonna have to download the guide and I'll present those this weekend. Alrighty, so all right, I have four cards here. All right, so I have a Queen of Cups card coming in. Queen of Cups. What is this Queen of Cups? Has the sign of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which is a water sign. The keywords is compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitive, caring. Um, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a nurturing person, healing and support. I think this Queen of Cups energy is wisdom. You want to meditate because he's going to put precognition in you. And as for wisdom, I've heard wisdom a couple of times. It's a soft, still voice. It says you're feeling sensitive and intuitive, and you attune yourself to the emotional needs of others. You're open spiritually and are moved by the tragedy and beauty of life, never reacting with impatience or anger, always having a kind word for all. Right. You want to summons this Queen of Cup energy coming 2025 because some energies out there are looking to depopulate. If you've been following me or listening to me or even watched some of my visual presentations, I've talked on several topics, depopulation being one of those. I had got to where I was so fixated on it, so fixated. And I was like, why am I? Of course, it was during the COVID time, but this depopulation thing has been something that I would see, on and off in dreams and things of that nature. So I spoke about the depopulation. I think a lot of that you're going to begin to see them remanifest itself back up. These are energies. I have Eight of Cups here. Um, I have which has the water signs here as well. So could this manifest during the time of the water sign? The first water sign is let's see, Cancer. Let's pull up Cancer because I do have the spring here. I think the egg is going to begin to crack, so to speak, in the spring months. But I think it's going to really come out beginning with the Cancer because Cancer Let's see, Scorpio and Pisces are later on in the year. Cancer is June 22nd through July 22nd. So towards the middle of the year, that's when that Pandora's box I feel is going to really open up. What are the key words? I have disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. A lot of I feel as though it's an energy space. A lot of marriages I feel are going to be tested, relationships going to be tested, family dynamics, friendships going to be tested. This is an energy space, is what it lets me know. And you're going to begin to see it in the spiritual sense, is what I'm wanting you to know. I believe this shift in the paradigm of this so-called um, it's going to be around about that time, the middle part of the month, year. It says the past needs to be put where it belongs. Set yourself on a journey forward, whether that's towards something big like a new job or relationship, or something small like a new hobby or pattern of thought. Either way, you're looking for a higher purpose. The recognition you seek cannot be found in your current position. Hence, that being said, you see how this person is leaving? Right. I think there's going to be a lot of abandonment energy, abandonment of beliefs, abandonment of associations, abandonment of relationships, um, and relocation. That's what I feel. The next card I get, it has the Hierophant card there. All right, so it has Venus and Taurus in this Earth sign. Let's pull out my guide here because it does have Venus on here. I love. It's under the goddess of Venus. Love, beauty, creation, pleasure, romance, sensuality, linked to the thyroid gland, left arm, throat, kidneys, and lower back. Rules the second and seventh house. All right, so we got Taurus energy and partnership. Taurus and Libra. So it's going to be a test of those who you profess to love, is what it lets me know. That's what, based on what these cards, possessions, I feel are going to be used to test a lot of people in their partnership, who they are paired with, based on this Venus, uh, this card here with Venus. Stability, harmony, nurturing, fertile, practical, supportive. Right. It's Earth, ruled by the Earth sign. The element is Earth, and then we have feminine. All right, the key word: institutions, tradition, religion, society, and its rules, social approval, conformity, trust, forgiveness, wisdom, high level of commitment. Yes. Since the Hierophant is an upright position, it's telling you to embrace the conventional and follow the rules, stay the course, and avoid attempts at innovation. So are you going to avoid attempts at innovation? Are you going to conform to something that is irrational? No. So that's basically what that means to be a atheist. I'm not going to conform to something that is irrational and it's not sensible. The Knight of Cups I have is this card here. Again, I started off with the Knight of Staffs in regards to certain energies that are attached to certain energy spaces. Um, So Knight of Cups mentions something lets me know a lot of this energy are ruled by a spirit. What spirit is that? Yes. Uh, the the key words here are creativity, romantic, charm, imagination, beauty, knight, and shining armor. Following the heart, proposals. Proposals. You're feeling the touch with your emotions and have no qualms with listening to your heart over your head. Be sure that you're keeping things in check, though, as everything needs balance. A person or message may be arriving soon, as the night often brings gifts of their suit. It's a demonic spirit, is what it lets me know, that is overruling these certain type of energies based on the cards. A demonic spirit being ruled by a demonic spirit by way of confusion. Some things have manifest by way of, is what it lets me know, dependency on perhaps illegal substances. Right. That's what it lets me know. Commitment to my supplier, if that makes sense to anybody. This is what I'm picking up. Sensibility is out the door. Okay? Now that's what it lets me know based on these cards here. I'm gonna pull 5 of these cards. Don't forget. Go ahead, give me 5 cards. Give me 5 cards, because we're gonna get into this energy space. It you can't compete. When you're dealing with a a stronghold soul tie. You cannot compete with that strong soul tie. No matter what you look like, whatever you do, whatever you say, that's a stronghold you cannot compete with. Just saying. Yes, Lord. All right. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a stronghold on those type, and they are in accordance, and they're going to do what they have been afforded the opportunity to redeem oneself, and your opinions is irrelevant. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's pull out this card, envy. Right. So something lets me know, what is envy? Let's look up the word envy. Envy. What is envy? A feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possession, qualities, or luck. Yeah. I'm just holding cards up. I'm just holding cards up. The next card I get here is already knowing the T. Yeah, when you gravitate to divinity, um, paranormal, these are energy spaces, sorcery, Wiccan, witchery, whatever you want to call it. You would know spirit because you have It's similarity to, like I said, a certain association. You get an inner knowing. So that's just basically what it is. You can see through them. I think this knowing they effed up card is you can see through it. You can see through certain energies. You will know them. These are energies, old energies from some time ago, manifesting itself. Trash. Throwing away, getting fed of, say, getting fed of, throwing away, getting fed of, tossing out. Yeah. That depopulation, I feel that's the confirmation with that there. I hate nothing about you. I honestly feel as though that is coming from this king of. Let me pull the card out. I honestly feel as though this is coming from this king of cups, which is the newly elected president. I think that energy is coming towards those Nimrod type energies. They're jealous and want to break away. Um, and the female influences is what it lets me know. Anytime you got somebody always calling, this type energy calls, perhaps even call all the time. Even when you and your partner are intimate, you are on dates, you are on vacation, they're constantly calling, they're constantly just popping up. It's like you're married to them. Right. This is why. Okay. That disconnect. I have promiscuity. I think this type of energy will try to take you away from home. Sleeps around a hot, free for all, sleeps with your man. Yeah, that type of energy, you have to be very careful with it. It's set up energy. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna actually pull out two more of these cards, and then I'm gonna bring this to a close. This is almost an hour long reading. I'm gonna bring this to a close. Yeah, I get a lot of confused with what they're doing. Like, you know how you can have someone that wholeheartedly think that they are supportive of you in their mind, but in their actions, God will show you to the contrary. The heart, there's a disconnect from the mind and the heart. The heart will be revealed that this is a spirit, and this out of what spirit, why this energy is so fixated on you, but wholeheartedly in their head, they may feel as though they are right. Right. Okay. I have kicked to the curb. I honestly feel as though that energy is what is of those type spirits is what he is talking about. Getting rid of that type of energy because it does not represent me. I get pregnancy test here. Unsure, pregnancy scare, positive, negative. This pregnancy test, I feel, is in the birth, fruition, how this type of energy come about. I think it's going to be a lot of surveillance about the hearts of those who produce this particular fruit, if that makes sense to anybody. All right. So I am going to go ahead and conclude this episode of of Magic Mind Medium Tarot card. If you want a reading, you can email me at Sharon for Christ. That's SHARON for Christ, the number 4 Christ at outlook.com, or you can put a message here. Till then, have a second wonderful day.